Hello ARMY! Welcome back to our channel. You've definitely seen it, right? Jimin's name is trending everywhere. Twitter is exploding. TikTok is full of Jimin content. Your Instagram feeds are probably flooded with updates about him. And all of this is happening even before the ARIRANG album is officially released. What's really going on? Why has Jimin become the center of worldwide attention even before BTS's comeback? Is there a big surprise that big hit is hiding from us? Stay tuned because in today's video, we're going to unpack all the facts, leaks, and theories about Jimin's role in the ARIRANG album that's keeping ARMY worldwide awake at night. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notification bell so you won't miss the latest updates about BTS. Okay guys, let's start from the beginning. So here's the story. Since BTS announced their comeback with the ARIRANG album scheduled for release on March 20th, 2026, social media immediately went crazy. But what's interesting is that among all 7 BTS members, Jimin's name appears most frequently in trending topics. And not just in Korea, but worldwide. From America, Europe, Southeast Asia, to Latin America, everyone's talking about Jimin. Hashtags like JiminArIrang, JiminCenterARRNG, and ParkJimin comeback have been sitting on trending topics almost every single day. This isn't a normal phenomenon, guys. Even for BTS standards, who are already used to trending, this is a different level. Now the big question is, why Jimin? What makes him the main focus? If you think this is just because he's your bias, hold on. There are many clues and evidence pointing to one conclusion. Jimin is going to have a very significant role, and possibly the biggest role in the ARIRANG album. And trust me, the surprise waiting for us will likely be a game changer for BTS and the K-pop industry as a whole. Let's start with the first clue that made fans start getting suspicious. Do you guys remember Jimin's interview with Vogue Korea's February 2026 edition? Well, in that interview, Jimin said something very interesting. He said, and this is a direct quote, "ARIRANG is the most personal album for us as BTS. Fans will cry when listening to some tracks in it." Guys, this is not an ordinary statement. Jimin rarely speaks this boldly about their albums. Usually, he's more humble and doesn't want to set expectations too high. But this time it's different. He confidently said fans are going to cry. This means there's a very strong emotional connection in this album, and most likely Jimin is at the center of that emotional journey. Then, in the same interview, Jimin also added, "There's a story we've wanted to tell for a long time, especially about our journey and how we got through difficult times." Wait, what? What difficult times is he referring to? Is this about their experience during military service? Or maybe about their struggle to stay together as a group amid industry pressure? Or even more personal, about Jimin's individual journey as an artist? Fans immediately created various theories, and all these theories kept Jimin's name trending. Now let's move to the second clue that's equally intriguing. Do you guys remember Jimin's Instagram post in mid-January? He posted several behind-the-scenes photos from recording sessions in Los Angeles that they did around mid-2025. In one of the photos, Jimin is seen inside a recording booth with a super serious and emotion-filled expression. His eyes were swollen, guys, like he had just been crying or was holding back very strong emotions. But what made fans immediately go crazy was the caption he wrote. Jimin wrote, "My voice was shaking when recording this part. Too many feelings I had to pour out." Guys, can you imagine how powerful the song must be to make Jimin feel that way? We all know Jimin is super professional. He's recorded dozens of songs, performed in front of millions of people, but we rarely see him admit that he was shaking during recording. This must not be just any song. This must be a song with very deep meaning, possibly the most personal one he's ever recorded. And the fact that he shared this moment publicly shows that he wants ARMY to prepare emotionally for what they're going to hear later. Now, let's get into the leak that's making ARMY even more impatient. There's a source from inside the music industry who can't be named for obvious reasons, but this source is quite credible because several of their previous leaks have been proven accurate. Well, this source revealed that Jimin is not only the main vocalist on several ARIRANG tracks, but he's also directly involved in writing lyrics for at least 3 songs in the album. Guys, this is huge. Jimin has contributed to songwriting before, but this time his involvement is much deeper and more personal. One of the songs reportedly written by Jimin is an emotional ballad that tells about his feelings during military service and his longing to meet ARMY again. Imagine, guys, Jimin, who's famous for his emotional vocals, singing a song he wrote himself about the most challenging experience in his life. This is a recipe for a masterpiece. Fans who've heard this spoiler immediately said they need to prepare tissue boxes before listening to the ARIRANG album later. And honestly, I totally agree. Okay, now let's discuss something that made Jimin's trending explode even more, which is the rumor about his position as center dancer for the ARIRANG title track. For those of you who've been following BTS for a long time, you know that the center position is super prestigious, right? This isn't just about who's in front, but who best embodies the concept of the song and choreography. And guys, multiple sources are saying that Jimin will be the center for the ARIRANG title track. Why is this significant? Because the ARIRANG choreography is rumored to be one of the most challenging and complex in BTS history. There's even a choreographer who worked with BTS who said on a podcast that the ARIRANG choreography requires a very high level of dance skill, perfect precision, and extraordinary stamina. And Jimin, with his track record as one of the best dancers in K-pop, is the perfect choice to lead this formation. Imagine, guys, Jimin at center, with mind-blowing choreography, accompanied by epic music. This is going to be an iconic moment in K-pop history. Then there's more that's making Jimin's trending even hotter. Do you guys still remember Diplo's statement in early February? So Diplo, who is one of the producers for the ARIRANG album, was interviewed and he praised Jungkook for his perfect vocals without needing auto-tune. But guys, in the same interview, Diplo also mentioned something very interesting. He said there was one vocal that really gave him goosebumps when he first heard it in the studio. Diplo didn't mention whose name, but come on, we all know who has vocals that can give you goosebumps. Jimin, with his unique tone, emotional delivery, and the way he conveys feelings through his voice, definitely fits the description. Now guys, let's get into the part that's making ARMY worldwide go into hysteria, which is the leak about Jimin's solo performance at the ARIRANG World Tour. So here's the story. There's an insider who gave info that in every ARIRANG Tour concert starting in April 2026, Jimin will get a special solo stage for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, guys! That's the longest duration compared to other members. There's no official confirmation from Big Hit yet, but if this is true, this is revolutionary. In those 15 minutes, Jimin will reportedly perform a medley of his existing solo songs like Promise, Serendipity, Filter, Like Crazy, plus one new solo song exclusive from the ARIRANG album that's never been released before. Can you imagine? Jimin on stage, pouring his heart out, performing his solo works, plus one new song that might be the most personal song he's ever written. ARMY are going to cry at concerts. Guys, I'm calling it now. Oh, and don't forget about the visual aspect. Have you guys seen the first ARIRANG teaser poster? Jimin is literally in the center position with a super intense and meaningful gaze. The outfit he's wearing, a modern hanbok with futuristic touches, perfectly represents the ARIRANG album concept that combines Korean tradition with modernity. Fashion analysts even predict that Jimin's look in that teaser will become one of the most iconic looks in K-pop history, equivalent to BTS's legendary looks in the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, or Dynamite era. Talking about visuals, there are fashion brands also taking advantage of Jimin's trending momentum. Dior and Tiffany & Co., two brands that Jimin is a global ambassador for, started releasing special campaigns ahead of the ARIRANG comeback. Jimin appears in exclusive photo shoots that are conceptually similar to the ARIRANG teaser. This creates speculation that there might be a special fashion collaboration in this BTS comeback, and of course Jimin will be the face of that collaboration. Now, let's discuss the most popular theory among ARMY, which is the possibility of a subunit or special collaboration between Jimin and another member, especially Jungkook, in the ARIRANG album. Do you guys still remember Jimin and Jungkook's live stream from LA in July 2025? In that live, they mentioned a special project they were working on together. They said, ARMY will be very surprised by this, but didn't give any more details. Typical Jimin and Jungkook, right? Always making ARMY curious. Sharp-eyed fans noticed that Jimin Jungkook's chemistry in that live stream was extraordinary. They looked very excited and giggly every time they talked about their special project. Some predict that there will be a duet track between Jimin and Jungkook on the ARIRANG album, which will combine Jimin's emotional vocals with Jungkook's powerful vocals. Guys, if this is true, this is literally a dream come true for fans. Imagine their harmonization together with meaningful lyrics and top-notch production. This could be the highlight of the album. Let's talk numbers too, guys, because these numbers don't lie. ARIRANG album pre-orders have already surpassed 4 million copies in less than a month. 4 million, guys! And the contribution from Jimin's fanbase worldwide is very significant. In China alone, Jimin's fanbase claims they've already pre-ordered more than 300,000 copies of the ARIRANG album. That's an insane number even for BTS standards. This shows how powerful Jimin's fanbase is and how big their expectations are for Jimin's role in this album. Social media engagement around Jimin is also off the charts. ARMY in various countries are simultaneously holding streaming parties for Jimin's existing solo songs as a form of preparation for the ARIRANG comeback. Hashtags like JiminArIRANG, JiminCenterARIRANG, and ParkJimin comeback are literally trending worldwide almost every day. TikTok is full of fan videos making predictions, theories, and tributes to Jimin ahead of the comeback. Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts are also flooded with similar content. This is an unprecedented level of hype, guys. Korean media also hasn't missed covering this Jimin trending phenomenon. Major entertainment news portals in Korea published articles analyzing how Jimin has become a trendsetter in the K-pop industry. A Korean music critic even wrote a long column about how Jimin has successfully built a strong personal brand, not just as an idol but also as a serious artist. This kind of recognition from music critics and industry professionals shows that Jimin's influence goes beyond just fandom, but is truly impactful in the music industry as a whole. What's sweet is the response from fellow BTS members to this Jimin trending phenomenon. V posted on Weverse with the caption, "Jimin Hyung is always amazing," complete with a love emoji. RM also commented on one of Jimin's posts saying, "Get ready, ARMY, you'll see something extraordinary." Jin, Suga, J-Hope also occasionally drop hints and compliments for Jimin on various occasions. This shows that even the members themselves are excited about what Jimin has prepared for ARIRANG, and they want ARMY to be just as excited. Now let's talk about Jimin's preparation and dedication for this comeback, because this is truly inspiring, guys. In his latest interview, Jimin revealed that he's been doing intensive vocal training for up to 8 hours a day for the past few months. 8 hours a day, guys! That's an insane level of dedication. But that's Jimin for you. He always wants to give the absolute best for ARMY. He doesn't want anything half-hearted. Everything has to be perfect, or at least as perfect as humanly possible. Vocal coaches who analyzed recent Jimin vocal clips circulating on social media say that his vocals sound more mature and powerful compared to before. His breath control has improved significantly, his range has expanded, and his overall technique is more refined. This shows that Jimin seriously worked on his craft during the hiatus, and now he's ready to showcase the results of his hard work in the ARIRANG album. Fans who have already noticed this improvement are even more excited because they know that if Jimin's vocals were already amazing before, imagine how incredible they'll sound now with all this improvement. There's also speculation about possible choreography innovation that Jimin is bringing to the table. Some sources suggest that Jimin is not just the center dancer, but he's also involved in the choreography creation process for several songs on ARIRANG. Knowing Jimin's background in contemporary dance and his artistic vision, this makes total sense. He has a unique perspective on dance that combines technical skill with emotional storytelling, and incorporating that into BTS choreography could create something truly special and different from what we've seen before. Let's not forget about Jimin's visual transformation too. Recent photos and videos show that Jimin came back from military service looking even better, if that's even possible. His styling for the ARIRANG era looks very sophisticated and mature, moving away from a cute image to a more refined and artistic direction. Hairstylists and makeup artists who allegedly work with BTS for this comeback hint that Jimin's looks for ARIRANG will be iconic and might set new trends in K-pop styling. Every comeback, Jimin always delivers visually, and this time seems like it's going to be next level. Fans are also creating various projects to show support for Jimin ahead of the comeback. Some are organizing mass streaming, some are preparing birthday-style ads in various locations worldwide, some are coordinating to send gifts, and various other creative ways to show love. Jimin's fanbase is truly one of the most organized and passionate fanbases in K-pop, and their efforts for the ARIRANG comeback are proving that once again. This level of fan support certainly adds to the trending momentum and keeps Jimin's name consistently in the public eye. Industry experts predict that the ARIRANG album, especially with Jimin's significant role in it, will break multiple records. We're talking about Billboard charts, Spotify streaming records, album sales records, and possibly even Grammy consideration for next year. Jimin's individual achievements as a soloist are already impressive, with Like Crazy becoming the first K-pop solo song to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now imagine what he can achieve with the full power of BTS behind him and a significant role in the ARIRANG album. The possibilities are endless. There's also talk about possible special performances or appearances related to the ARIRANG comeback. Some insiders suggest that BTS might perform at major award shows or events in America, and knowing how Western audiences love Jimin's stage presence and vocals, he might get a special spotlight in those performances. Remember how Jimin always steals the show every time BTS performs at Western award shows? Yeah, expect that, but multiplied by 10, because now he has even better vocal technique and more mature artistic expression. The documentary, BTS, The Return, which will be released on Netflix on March 27th, is also adding fuel to the hype. Fans expect that this documentary will show behind the scenes of the ARIRANG creation process, and of course Jimin's journey and contribution will be a significant part of that documentary. Seeing Jimin's creative process, his struggles, his breakthroughs, and his dedication will give fans an even deeper appreciation for his work and make the trending phenomenon even bigger. Korean entertainment shows are also already planning special features about BTS's comeback and specifically about standout moments from each member. Multiple sources suggest that Jimin will be featured heavily in these programs because of his role in ARIRANG and his individual achievements. This means more content, more exposure, and more reasons for Jimin to keep trending. Guys, at the end of this video, let's reflect for a moment. This phenomenon of Jimin trending before the ARIRANG release is not a coincidence or luck. This is the result of years of hard work, dedication, and genuine love for his craft. Jimin consistently delivers quality, whether it's his vocals, his dance, his visuals, or his interactions with fans. He's built trust with ARMY and the general public that whenever his name is attached to something, it's going to be good. That reputation, combined with hints and teasers about his role in ARIRANG, naturally creates this massive anticipation and trending phenomenon. So, why is Jimin trending before ARIRANG's release? Because all signs point to him having a major, possibly the biggest individual role in this album. From his position as center, involvement in songwriting, special solo stages, improved vocals, innovative choreography, to undeniable visual impact. All pieces of the puzzle fit together to form a clear picture. Jimin is the key player in the ARIRANG comeback, and ARMY worldwide are ready to witness history being made. Is there a big surprise in the album? Based on all the evidence and hints that we discussed, the answer is absolutely yes. Multiple surprises actually. And we won't have to wait long because the album drops on March 20th, 2026. Mark your calendars. Guys, set your alarms, prepare your tissues, and get ready for the emotional roller coaster that Jimin and BTS have prepared for all of us. Before we end this video, I want to hear from you. What are your predictions about Jimin's role in ARIRANG? What songs do you think he wrote? Are you excited for a possible Jimin-Jungkook duet? Let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with fellow ARMY so they can know all these exciting details too. Hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we drop more ARIRANG content. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Borahi ARMY!